Hi everyone, this is a watermelon, and today we're crafting with watermelon. Do you have a sink full of dishes and a lack of motivation? Do you have all these chips and nothing to serve them in? If so, today's episode is for you. Join me as I show you how to craft a stylish dish that's sure to be a hit at your next watermelon themed engagement. All right, I'm going to show you what we need to craft our bowl. For materials, our watermelon. We shouldn't really need any other materials than that. This particular watermelon is about 10 inches by 8 inches, which is going to be a little large, but we'll make it work. Next, let's look at our tools. We need something to cut this open. I'll talk a little bit about that later. Once we have it open, we'll have to deal with the flesh inside. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with watermelons, but they have this red meat in them that it's pointless. It serves no purpose at all, so we need to get rid of it. What I'm going to do is take our utility knife and kind of score the flesh, and then take a hammer and chisel, or in my case a flat-headed screwdriver, and kind of chisel that away. Get rid of all of that just pointless watermelon meat in there. Once we have that all cleaned out, we need a nice smooth surface. So we have our sandpaper. I'll take that and kind of smooth out all the roughness and give us a nice bowl that will be suitable for eating out of. So cutting our watermelon, we have a plethora of choices. Take, for example, this Sawzall. This would be badass to use, but the blade, it's kind of short. It's gonna make a mess. We'll get watermelon all over the place. It's just not the tool for this job. We're gonna use this blade. It's nice and long, can go all the way through the watermelon, nice smooth cuts. It's got this Granton edge so that it won't leave anything jagged. This is gonna be a good tool for this. Before we cut our watermelon, it's important that it has a nice stable base. Today we're going to use this wet paper towel to wrap around the bottom to keep it nice and sturdy while we cut it. So we just want to wrap it around, tuck it in on all edges. There we go. That watermelon's not going anywhere. I'm going to take the slicer that we talked about earlier and begin cutting our watermelon. It's important that we find the center line. That looks good. While applying gentle pressure and smooth motion, the knife easily glides through the watermelon. That'll leave some nice clean edges. Once I open it up, you'll get a good look at the inside of the watermelon. That's the useless red bit I was referring to. It's gotta go. You can see these edges are going to take a little bit of cleanup, but that's pretty smooth. We want to take 1/2 of our watermelon and go ahead and stabilize it again with the paper towels. With our utility knife, we want to make some cuts. This will make it easier to get rid of the inside part that we have no need for. We want nice deep cuts, and then turn it and do the same in the other direction. Now we'll switch to our hammer and screwdriver. We'll use this to chisel under each of these pieces to give us some leverage to pry them out of there. Depending on the size of your screwdriver, it might be a bit of work to get under all of the sides to get each of the chunks out of here. Once we loosen it on all four sides, we should be able to just pull this chunk out of here. And this, we don't need that. I'll continue removing the rest of these chunks. Now that we've gotten all of those bits out of there, you'll notice it's still pretty wet. So we're just going to take some paper towels and go around the inside and dry it out a bit. Our goal is to remove as much of the water as we can, because it'll make smoothing it out much easier. You can start to see the white, but there's still quite a bit of red. So we want to take our sandpaper and just get rid of all that and smooth everything out. Our goal is to have nice, clean edges in here. All this sanding is pulling out quite a bit of water, so we want to take our paper towel and just go around the inside again and try and dry that up as much as we can. So now we just switch back and forth between sanding and drying until we have a nice, smooth, even surface. Don't forget to go around the edges and clean up any rough spots as well. You can continue until you're satisfied with the results. As you can see, we're already getting some nice, smooth edges on this. This is going to turn out excellent. Now that we've finished, our bowl is looking good enough to eat out of. Now you have your very own watermelon bowl. It's the perfect dish for chips, cereal, punch, or any of your other serving needs. So stay fed, folks, and I'll see you next time on Crafting with Watermelon.